Here is a video on a frequency selective ringer. These are found in ITT, Stromberg, and a few Western Electric 500 or 554 model telephones. This ringer will not ring on a standard 20 cycle phone line or an analog telephone adapter. These ringers was designed to work on a multi-party phone line of the 20s, not this ringer, but of the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and some into the 70s. As multi-party phone service was being discontinued, the ringers, of course, were left in the phones, and the phone company maintained the equipment to select the proper frequency to ring the phone. As the phones were replaced and the phone company did changes to their equipment, they did, in some instances, change out all of the frequency ringers to a standard conventional 20 cycle ringer, which I will show here. This is a Western Electric C4 ringer. This will ring in 20 or 30 cycles without any problem. This ringer was not used on frequency selective offices. This ringer can be wired in conjunction with other components for multi-party service, but the Bell System multi-party service was 20 hertz ringing, as where the independent phone companies did use these types of ringers, and on party lines these types of ringers. The way to tell that this is a frequency ringer is A, it has a capacitor which is a different capacitance than what is built in to the telephone networks of the 500s and 554 series phones. Also, they have a weight, and the weight and the capacitor are specific to a certain frequency and will only respond to that frequency. Even though they put 100 volts plus on the cable pair, they done it in 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 cycles, as well as 33 and a third, and so forth. Those ringers cannot be made to work on today's system. I have the ability to ring the frequency ringers due to the fact I have my own complete central office with the ringing plants to do that. I do not have any of those numbers wired to my test bench here so I could demonstrate it. But for the purpose of this video, it's to illustrate what a frequency ringer looks like. When you get into the telephones by Automatic Electric, North, and so forth, the ringers are a different mechanical design, but yet some of them are going to have weights. Some of them may have the capacitor on the coil, or it may be an external capacitor somewhere inside of the telephone. But for frequency ringing, they still had to be designed similar to this.